All right, so welcome back. Today in this video, we are going to be finishing up the engineering economics section of the Civil FE exam review. And we're going to be focusing on the uncertainty section. This section is the very last section, section D, that our manual tells us that's going to be covered. We're going to be looking at some expected value and risk when it comes to making decisions with anything. And so you're going to see some practice problems on this stuff. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right. So number one says a fair six-sided die is rolled. If the die shows an even number, you win $10. If it shows an odd number, you lose $5. Kind of sucks. So what is the expected value of this game? First of all, I don't know if I would really want to play this game. Seems like gambling to me, but anyways. All right, so what is the expected value of this game? Okay, so the information that we are given is, we know that we have a die, right? Six-sided die. Okay. And we know that even we win 10, odd we lose 5. All right, so what are we trying to find? The expected value of the game. Any formulas needed here? Do you know what expected value is? I don't. So maybe the manual can help. Expected value. Just searching this in my search bar in the handbook, and 18 different things come up. All right. Apparently expected value is very important in this handbook. Probability, expected values. See stuff about discrete values and random variables. That's not really helping me. Let X be a discrete random variable having a probability mass function. All right, so we're given probability and we're given outcomes. This is not, and we're in the probability and statistics section. I don't think we need to be in this section. I think we need to be in the engineering economics section. Okay. So expected value, EV, expected value is equal to C1. What is C1? The possibility outcome is C1. P1 is the probability. So C1 times P1 plus C2 plus P2 and so on. All right, so that's how we get our expected value. So I know that we're looking for EV, right? And that's equal to, all right, what's our possible outcome for the first type of win? Well, we win $10. What's the probability that I'll win $10? Okay, so it's even numbers only. So that means 2, 4, and 6. All right. Those are the winning numbers. All right. And then what are the losing numbers? All right. Oh, 1, 3, and 5. Okay. So what is the probability of that? So the probability is I have 3 chances out of 6 chances where I win. Right. Okay. Are we done? Or is there another combination, a possible outcome that we can use? Okay. I think there's a C2 involved in this. So C2 is that I lose 5. So we're going to say minus 5. All right. So this is plus 10 minus 5. All right. And what is the probability that I lose? The $5. Well, I think it's the same in this case. 3 out of 6. All right, so when I solve for this, the expected value is equal to $2.50. Right. I wish they went into more detail to be able to better understand that, but for this problem, that is what we're going, that's the value. So sometimes for this test, just kind of like another pointer, you do not have to understand every intricacy to the problem. You just need to know the information that they could ask and be able to answer it to the best of your ability. You don't need to try to figure out, oh, why is this? What is this? What is this? Because that's not going to help you pass the test. Like, you're wasting time. Just know the information that you need to know for this exam. Extra information does help. You always want to be a continuous learner, but to get the results that we want, which is to pass this exam, it gives me an equation, gives me all the information I need, solve for it. Let's move on. Okay, let's look at number 2. The expected value of the game is $1. Okay, there are 2 outcomes of the game and are shown below. Determine the probability for winning $3. Cool. So we are given the EV, or expected value. We're also given the outcomes of the game. Looks like the outcomes of the game is you win $3 or you lose 5. All right. We're also given 1 probability. One probability, and that probability is for losing, and that is 0.2. Right? Or 20%. Okay, so any other information? No. All right, what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the probability of winning. Okay, so which equation should we be using? The formulas that we need. We need the expected value again. We're given our outcomes, which are C1 or C2. In this particular case, we are also given one of the probabilities. So let's write it out and see if we can solve for what we're looking for. So we know that EV is the $1. we know that our C1 is you win $3, right? $1, we win $3. And these are dollar signs. Hopefully you all can read my handwriting. All right, so $3, what's the probability of the $3? Well, we don't know that. So that's going to be X. All right. What's the next outcome? We lose $5. And then what is the probability that we lose $5? Well, 0.2 or 20%. All right. Is there outcome 3? No. So now we solve. You solve. I get X to equal 0.66. Okay. And so what is X? X is the probability that we are going to win $3. So that's what it's asking for. And I see that in my answer choices. Just B, or 66%. So you have a higher chance of winning $3, or you have a pretty high chance of winning $3, and a lower chance, because you have 20% chance that you're going to lose $5 and a 66% chance that you're going to win. Also, this is kind of fun to know and to think about. I know when I go to the fair, like, you always, like, for me, I want to win my now fiance a bear, right? Or a some sort of prize. And you start playing the games and the games look so easy, but you come out and you're like, how in the world didn't I win? Why didn't I win? And so they already, some of these games and some of these things, they already have it mapped out to where they know that the probability of you giving them some money to play and you coming out with nothing is higher than you giving them money to win and you taking all of the bears, right? I'm sure, or I say bears because that's what I want to get, like a big, like a gigantic bear from the fair, right? But in the instance where there's a game where someone understands like the chances and they have mastered the game, that the person who's over the game is probably gonna shut down shop because they're gonna run out of gifts, or they're gonna not let that person, they may limit the winner to one winner per, like a person can't play over and over and keep winning. They would just win that one time and then they'd be done, and that would keep, the chances of that the fair running out of gifts, right? So they have these numbers and probabilities set up, and so when you're getting into anything, it's important to understand the game that you're playing. All right, enough of my game storytelling, right? All right, so number 3, a bag contains 5 red balls, 3 green balls. You draw one ball randomly. If it's red, you win $5. If it's green, you lose $5. What is the expected value? All right, so you're given 2 types of balls and the amount. And you're given the outcomes. All right. And you're also given what else? The outcome, the ball, and you're winning or losing. Okay. So you're also trying to find the expected value, or EV. All right. So let's look at this. EV, we're going to use the same equation, right? Expected value is equal to C1 plus P1 plus C2 times P2. Okay. So is equal to, now we have, what's the first option? Well, we win $5. What's the probability that we win $5? Well, we have two options. We pick one ball. The option is we either get green or we get red. So one of the two options is 50%. Now, kind of confused me because I'm like, well, there's more red balls than green balls, but still, you could choose. You only get one random ball. All those balls, you can't pluck a blue one, right? Or your probability would be 1 out of 3. You only get 2 options, so yeah, it could be red or green. All right, so could win or lose. All right, so we've done the outcome number 1. What is outcome number 2? Well, you could lose 3. If it's green. And it's again 1 out of 2 chance. All right. So when I do this, I get my answer to be expected value is equal to $1. All right, so I get A. So hopefully this made sense. This concludes the engineering economics section. If you have any questions, feel free, shoot me a message. And in the next section, I believe it's going to be statics, but you can always check. We are rolling right through these. So, yes. 4th section out of 14 sections is statics. So, be going through each one of those. So, keep going. You're getting near the halfway point of this material. So, stay encouraged. I know it's a lot. Take your time. Plenty of practice. And just dominate each section of this exam, and I promise you, you're going to pass this thing. So, looking forward to seeing you in the next video.